Hello, welcome back to Bees and Tea Stitching. I'm your host, and got all sorts of good stuff this week. So yay! Not a whole lot of Q&A this time. So we'll get to that in just a sec. But first, and yes, I know I'm starting this with a fork. Right now, our dishwasher is dead, so I'm using plastic. I mean, I'm still using a mug, obviously, because it's tea, but mm, very hot. I am doing the kind of Russian, Eastern European berry, the blackberry gooseberry one, which is really good. So my berry tea that I've showed you guys before. So that is my tea of the day. All right. So um, this week, not really a lot's been going on. It's been pretty same old, same old. Sorry about the pile of stuff over there. I'm having to kind of shift things around a little bit. And I'll sort of talk about that a little bit, maybe. But yeah, been pretty normal. Nothing particularly interesting happening. Just kind of same old, same old. Uh, Plodding on. So yep, that's about that. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to the mail call. Like I said, just a few this week. So, but some good ones, always good ones. And I love getting comments or emails if you want. So feel free. I mean, it can be short, it can be long. Whatever you want to do, I'm good. So, all right. So first, from Stitching 304 Patients, they were saying that they used to really like the stitchy boxes, but they weren't really sure. There's a lot of seed beads in them, and they weren't really sure whether it was a good value for cost. Um, I do understand what you mean. I've got 3 packs of regular seed beads, and I think 3 or 4 maybe like other types of special beads. And so I don't really know what the value versus cost is because I haven't actually opened them all yet. So I understand what you're saying. I don't really know. I haven't sat there and tried to add them all up or anything like that. And I've got one more box coming, the T one, but to be honest, I'll probably stop after that. But we'll see. You know, it's part of the value is being able to actually open it and do that kind of stuff. The kind of the excitement and um, you know being able to every day have something new for a month. It's kind of nice, but your mileage may vary, I suppose. But anyway, but yeah, thank you for the comment. I appreciate that. Stitching the Land of Good Enough. Um, she was saying that she didn't watch the daily openings. Oh, and she wanted to see the washi tape holder, which I have. I'm doing it this week. Sorry, I forgot it last week. I didn't have it in front of me, and by the time I started recording and figured that out, I'm like, I'm not starting over. So I just figured I'd do it this week, which I will. Yay! Um, but yeah, I was. She was saying that she didn't watch every day, and that's fine. I'm obviously it's a little late now because it's almost over, but that's why I do the weekly wrap up of Stitchy Box items is because you know, not everybody wants to watch the daily ones, so that's fine. It's all good. So, and I forgot to grab them out of the bag, so you guys are gonna watch me search for them. Sorry. That's one thing I forgot to do before I started. Sorry about that. But anyway, but yeah, so the washi box in it, I'll open it up and all that in a minute. It does hold all of the regular DMC. I think it's about 450 or so. Um, I don't have any of the variegated or metallic or étoile or anything like that. It's just the base set, and it holds it pretty much perfectly. So that's really cool. Yeah, that's about it for that. And Michelle Bendy Stitchy, she's always very encouraging, which is one of the many things I love about her. She's talking about how close I am to 150 subscribers. Um, Honestly, I've been stuck between 110, 120 for I don't know, a month, 6 weeks now, and it's not about the subscribers. There's not some magic number, but it's one of those things where um you want people to enjoy what you do, you know, and I don't care about being popular. I'm not going to monetize. That's not the point. The point is, I just want people to enjoy, and I mean, everybody likes to know that people are watching them. So I mean, if you don't say it's a little bit of an ego thing, you're kind of, you know, you're kind of fooling yourself a little bit because it's a little bit of an ego thing. But again, I'm not doing this for people. Let me start that over. That sounded terrible. I'm not doing it to grab a whole bunch of people, but like I said, I like to know that people like what I do. That's it. That's all let's do it. Simple as that. And the last one is Diane Duggan. She was saying, thank you for sharing the Stitchy box. Oh, and she was talking about the pearl cotton. Um, what she was saying is, you can use one strand on something like a fiddler's cloth, which I think, if am I correct, that's 11 count. It's either 8 or 11. So what I was wondering is, um, can you, um, can you use one strand on a 14 count Ada? I wouldn't go any higher than 14, but are the holes on 14 count too big? Do you have to go with 11 or smaller? So, again, Diane or anybody else, if you want to keep helping me out, I always appreciate it. Any information is always good. And she was like talking about the Stitchy box. It's like, and I was telling her it's kind of like Christmas, every day you get up and you wonder what you've got waiting for you. So, it's silly, but it has been fun. And yeah, I don't know. Um, I hope I can figure out how to use those finishing items. She talked about those. Um, I hope I have fun with the finishing items. So if I can figure out how to use them, yeah, absolutely, I definitely will. Thank you for the comment as well. So that's actually about it. So pretty quiet so far this week on comments, which is fine. It's all good, you know. Um, so yeah, that's about that. Um, no new starts. Um, I'm trying not to. There's a little part of me that really wants to do that. Um, no new starts 2021. If I did that though, I'd have to start a few more things. And I've kind of been getting the itch to. And in fact, and this kind of goes into um, haul, but I just grabbed two new patterns, and both of which I want to start. And both of which I actually started getting. This is so. This is for one, and this is for the other. Now these are the threads that I had. I have two separate orders going for the rest of the DMC that I need for both of these. So we'll talk about those in a sec, I promise. When I get to haul. No finished, no fully finished. Still haven't worked on the exchange. I know. Keep getting on me on that, guys, because I need to get that done. All right. So, works in progress. Let me see. I did that one. I did that one. I think I may have done a little. I'll go with Smaug first because I don't remember if I did. No, that's not Smaug. Sorry, that's not Smaug. This is Smaug. Sorry. Um, I'll start with Smaug because I don't remember if I did anything with him or not. I think I might have done a tiny bit. I think I worked a little bit. Whoops, come here. I think I worked a little bit more in the neck here. Whoops, there we go. Work a little bit more down in the neck here. So I didn't do much on him, so I'm not going to spend any time on him really. I mean, talking about him. But yeah, he needs to get a little bit more. He needs to get some more love. The second one here. I feel like I'm talking too fast again. I'm sorry, guys. Definitely did a lot of work on this one. And I've got thread all over the damn place. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little hard to see because a lot of what I did, don't mind the thread over here, are light colors here, white and kind of like a 762, I think, kind of an off-white. And I did not realize, sorry about that, that um, that was anybody who knows Sherlock, that was the Irene moan from the BBC Sherlock show, and that was my husband texting me. So, um, but yeah, so there's a lot of light colors in here that are kind of hard to see, and that I'm not gonna lie, that worries me for the project. So I I thought this was a good choice on the fabric. I'm not 100% sure anymore, but I don't know. I've kind of gone too far to stop, so I'm going to finish the hat and then see how that looks. So, and it's a little discouraging, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, so. And then, this one I definitely did get some done. So, this was sea glass. And I didn't get a whole lot done. Mostly just these darker squares here, and I think down here. So that's kind of all I was working on right now. But it is really pretty. So I'm looking forward to getting a little further with that, because I'm only like, according to Pattern Keeper, I think I'm like 5 or 6%, like 6% done, I think. So yeah. And Smaug, if I had to guess, maybe 15, 10, 15. Because there's a good bit down below. I've got the neck comes down, and then you've got kind of his shoulders, and you've got his scarf, and that's where that ends. And I apologize, I'm sniffling because my allergies are running crazy, so my eyes might be a little meh. But, you know, summer allergies, you gotta love it. And the last one, which I have done a crap load on. Oops. And again, thread everywhere. Well, I guess I'll just put this over to the side temporarily. But my ink circles. This is the Elemental Dragons Earth. And so I've got two corners already. I've got this corner, and then I've got this corner down here. And obviously, so this is the bottom. So I've got plenty of room top to bottom. And then obviously this is that side. So and it's not gonna go. It's not gonna go near this far over. So I don't have that much more to go. If I had to guess on this one, maybe 2/3, maybe 60, 65%, something like that. But yeah, so that's a pretty good amount. I was trying to get that done before the end of the month because I only have one thing finished this month, and that's the Italian flag. But even and it's a pretty easy stitch. I mean, I could just sit there and not think about it, and just kind of go go go. So that's nice. Um, but uh, um, I still don't know. I still got a good bit to go, so I don't know that I'm actually going to be able to finish it. And I need to grab something from up here for my next part. All right, there we go. Okay, sorry, just shifting things around again. All right, so because I had something I wanted to show you for plans, so my birthday is August the 14th. It's not like a big number, like something with a 0 at the end of it, but it is something with a 5 at the end of it. So it's like I call it my half big birthday, and this is I love this bag. It's got the bees on the inside. So cool. Anyway, so as is customary for um, you know, a lot of people, do a birthday sale. So, and I'll put the hashtag down. Now I haven't actually. I need to go on Instagram and like start the hashtag. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But it's going to be, I believe I put um, hashtag birthday, either B birthday Sal or birthday B Sal. I'll double check on which one I had. So um, this, now what I'm going to do is the Rivera's B pattern. I want to say that this was new for Nashville this year, but I'm not 100% sure. But um, for the birthday, I'm just gonna say anything B, no matter what. I mean, and there's no, so the start date will be August 14th. There's no end date. Um, so just anything with the B, and it doesn't. B doesn't even have to be like it doesn't even have to be the main focus. It could be something with bees in it. I mean, I'm not strict about it. Just whatever you want to do that has a bee in it somehow, or something related to bees, a bee scap, or whatever. So yeah, so that's gonna start. I don't have a whole lot of watchers, so I don't necessarily know that you know I'm really gonna get a lot of people going with me, but hey, cool. If you do, awesome. If not, whatever. Because I know people have, bee patterns out there. They're pretty popular. So, if you want to pull one out, and again, it doesn't have to be something you're starting. I'm starting mine, but I mean, you can just work on something you've already had going. So, I'm not making this strict or anything at all. So yeah, that's cool. So that's really it for plans. Like I said, try to finish um, um, the elemental dragons if I can. If not, it is what it is. That's really it. I don't have any other plans specifically. Try to work on Smaug a little bit more. Try to kind of move things along. I haven't done a whole hell of a lot of stitching this week. Um, and it's not because of a lack of stitch bug. It's just because other things have gotten my attention, which is fine. I've been doing some reading and some watching of some things on YouTube and such. So and that's fine. So I'm not really overly concerned about it. But yeah, I guess that's about that. Um, so before I get into haul, let me go ahead and do this box because I don't want to forget, even though it's literally the albatross in my lap. So I gotta do this carefully. First off, let me show you the whole box. This was at Michael's. Yes, this is at Michael's. It's called a washi. There we go. A washi tape storage case. Um, and it was $26. Maybe that's what it was on sale for. I don't remember. It's not the cheapest, but it holds one hell of a lot. You can tell so you can see it's 2 layers here. So I mean, like I said, this is somewhere around 450. So I mean, it's not like you're gonna need more than one, maybe two, depending on your fabric and all that. So see if I can do this very carefully here. Because oh my god, if I had to redo this, I might actually shoot myself. But as you can see, I started over here in the opposite corner of where my thumb is, over here, with white and going around, then back, then around, then back, and then obviously let me see if I can put out these two, and then there we go, and then that and then this is the only one down here that did not fit. Um, the rest of it all fit up top. So, and as you can tell, you do have some room for a little bit more. Probably not for everything, but maybe like just the étoile or just the variegated. Maybe for one more part of the set. Depending on how you wanted to put things together. So, it's really cool. And like I said, this is my master set now. That is every single one. Now, as you can tell, some of them are not absolutely full. I'm gonna replace some of these with full skeins. But for now, that is it is a full set. Um, I'm not worried about the ones that are mostly full, and it's with a lot of them, it's hard to tell whether they're brand new or whether I've used a little bit of them. But yeah, the ones that are kind of mostly empty, I am going to eventually replace. But obviously, because of how much it was to get to finish this up, I'm not in a huge hurry to go ahead and do that. And I hope to God that stays up there. But anyway, so yeah, that's that. I'm really happy to have it. Um, I'll be honest though, it's kind of weird now that I have it. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with it. So again, I guess I'll put this out as a question to you guys. To you guys who do actually have a full set, how exactly do you use it? Do you just use it as a reference for colors? Um, do you have some sort of thing where you take the colors you need out of it and then make a note to replace them, or how exactly do you use this? Um, because I'm kind of curious. I know it seems kind of weird to do it and then not be sure what you're doing, but um, I still wanted to, and I'm still glad I did it. But yeah, I mean, if you guys can give me any good ideas on kind of what I should do with that full set, I'd appreciate it. Cool. So thank you. Yeah. So let's go on to haul. It's a little bit ugly because yeah. Oops. Sorry, I kicked my table. So we'll go with the two small things first. This is from, I think this is from StitchnButton. Um, they actually sell like extra thread as well. I'm assuming maybe from old boxes, or maybe just stuff that they have. But I saw this and I could not resist. I can use this as a back here. Okay. So, I'll tell you what, let me just put, it's going to be easier just to put one up. Well, here's the whole set. So that's 4 I got? Yeah. They're dinky dyes. They're really pretty. They're not focusing. Um, it's like a black to purple, or purple to black, whatever. There we go. I know the paper's not actually white, but that's pretty good right there. That's a pretty good color. So it's dinky dye silk. It's called Night Sky. Okay, you're not focusing. Anyway, it is called Night Sky. Anyway, but yeah, so I got 4 of those, and I have no idea what I'm actually going to use it for yet. But I thought, are these 8? Yeah, these are 8 meters, so they're the same size as DMC. Um, so I figure when um, I'll find something that'll be able to, like something like one of the ink circles or something like that, that'll be able to use several skeins. But yeah, so that's something in the future. Also got my color and cotton. It's not bad actually. That's pretty close to color. It's called Pearwood, and it's a neutral, but it's almost a kind of a, I want to say pinky, but it's kind of a warm neutral, I guess you could say. Not really pinky, but kind of a just kind of a warm sort of brown. 18 count, 13 by 17, obviously. So there you go. So yeah, that's pretty. I love the neutrals, and I always I have some beautiful fabrics, but somehow I always tend to uh, sew with neutrals. So I need to get out of my comfort zone a little bit. Of course, getting these pretty fabrics doesn't help because I don't want to use those. All right, so here comes the ugly part. Well, actually, yeah. Um, Sorry, I was just looking at something. All right. So, um, this is a pattern that I wanted for a while, and it's out of print, and I've had it on watch on eBay for a while, and I finally found one. It was still more than I would have liked to have paid, but it's still really cool. Um, so it is Honeybee Hill, of course it is. Um, I'll be honest, I kind of like this one better, but I'll probably end up doing both. And you're seeing the fabric, but it came with obviously fabric that's not going to help me any because it is 30 count R&R. What does it say? Sheep straw. But it did come with all. That's I put some of my bobbins because I'm going to bobbinate. But it did come with some of the actually all the colors. They did one substitution. They actually wrote on the thing, but it looks like this must be old because I have not seen these particular. That looks like an older Gentle Art um, cover. Some Gentle Art. That is okay. Now that's a Shaker Gentle Art, so that looks like it's a normal thing. I don't think there's any classic colorworks. It might be all gassed. Yeah, it looks like it might be all gassed. But anyway, so it looks like it might be some weird combination of old gas and new gas. So color-wise, I don't know exactly what that means. But yeah. So I've got that. Um, and so yeah, and actually, they threw in a couple of extra things. Apparently it's written on here. There it is. Sea Fog, 30 count, 13 by 13. It's not an even scrap, but but yeah, there's that. And then all dolled up little house needleworks. It's a queen bee, which is really cute. It's just not focusing. Oh, there we go. Now you focused. So yeah, that's cute. That takes, and obviously there's um, no threads with it. So that looks like that takes DMCs and crescent colors. So they're not even classic colorworks. That's when it was still classic colors. It takes beads. Hmm. Well, I'll figure that out. That's future me's problem. And this one, which I've seen before, but I've never actually had, which is really cool. The sampler of bees, and I love the joke that I'm not a big sampler person, but the fact that it's a sampler and instead of like the alphabet, it's just all B's is hilarious. I love it. I absolutely, positively love this, and I would love to have that little. There's that little honey jar there is adorable. So, but yeah, what does it say? Could we live without the bee to fill each hive with sweet honey? So, yeah, I mean, the actual picture itself is not really big. And, ooh, those are Smyrna crosses. 1990. Well, that shows you when it was done. There are eyelet stitches. Oh, they're not Smyrnas. They're eyelet stitches. Okay. Um, hmm. So, I'll figure something out. I mean, you could do those as crosses. You really don't have to do them as eyelet stitches. Um, you know. So, I'll see. I'll see how that goes. And this is all DMC. Now, this is interesting. Let's see if I can do this. If I can cover up the pattern here, because I will ask another question to you guys, especially people who have been sewing for a while. So, obviously, DMC and Anchor I've heard of, JP Coats I've heard of, but does anybody know what GP, GF, wait, GTFT? GTFT is over here. There we go. I know I've heard of DMC Anchor. Now, it's interesting. I know coats, but I don't know them as embroidery threads, like as cross stitch threads, but I know them as like sewing machine threads. So I didn't know that coats did cross stitch threads as well. Or maybe that is not for cross stitch. Maybe those are colors that you're supposed to use in a sewing machine. Again, if anybody has any ideas. This is from Dayton, Ohio. So there you go. But yeah, so there you go. You're not really getting to see any amount of the um, any amount of the pattern that was of any interest. So I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, so that was haul. Again, so I did pay a lot more than I would have liked, but I like that it had all the threads, especially threads that may not even be around anymore. I don't know. I haven't looked, so because obviously I wanted to wait until uh, I did this because you have to wait before you use things. I know, yeah. So but yeah, so that was haul. All right, so we'll go ahead and get towards the ending stuff here. The oh gosh, you know what? My poor tea has been sitting all alone, undrunken. Mm. Oh, it's perfect. It's warm but not too hot, like it was when it first came out. And yes, again, I know it's a fork, but I have my reasons. Mm. Oh, so good. Oh, other plans. I did actually forget. I told you guys I would tell you about it, and I didn't. I apologize. Um, so, um, virtual stitchers, and I'm totally blaming Vicki Gable for this because I can. Um, they are doing a stitch along for. I'll put it down at the bottom because I don't remember what the company is, because it's a actually hold on. Never mind, I can tell you right now. Let me open my cross stitch pattern here. Get it off of my face. There we go. It is Woodland Creatures? No. Sorry, I'm trying to find it here. There we go. Charting Creations. So, it is Charting Creations, Sal, which is going to start sometime in September. I don't think we have an exact date yet. And they're pretty much all full coverage. And I was like, nah, that's probably not something I'm gonna do. I'm not much of a Sal person myself because I'm just terrible about keeping up. Even though, I mean, I'm doing a birthday sale just because it'll be fun. But then I saw this pattern, and again, I'll put it down below. It's a pattern of, called Sisters, and it's two sea otters. And you can see, see an otter, oh, there we go, over the corner of my shoulder here. That's, it's guarding that's my work computer back behind me. And I don't know where my other otter went. There's another. Oh, there it is. Hold on. Extreme close up. Ah. Okay. Oop. So yes, I love. Oh, look at that face! Look at that face. So that one think I got from me. There we go. This one actually was given to me by a friend. But I love otters. Um, you guys cannot see the very large amount of otters that are over to my side. I'm pointing up back there, but it's more to the side over here. Actually, you can see. Okay, there we go. Another otter tail on my shoulder as well. See it? That other. Whoops. That other brown blob. Yeah, that's an otter tail as well. So yeah, I have otter things, and so I found that, and I'm like, ah, damn you, Vicki. I'm gonna have to do that. So one now Trident Creations does have free things, which is always nice, obviously. Um, so their patterns are really nice. They're very pretty. Don't get me wrong. But they're not cheap. Um, I think most of them are $16 US. You know, and most patterns, um, usually 8, 10, 12 US. Sometimes cheaper on Etsy. So they're a little bit more expensive, but they're really nice. They're well done. I mean, you know, I mean, I haven't stitched any yet, but I like the way the pattern is laid out. It's very easy to read, and all that good stuff. So yeah, so I'm gonna do that. That was I got these two bags here. So that was this larger bag of, as you can see, many browns and blacks. And some, oddly enough, a few purples and some grays and some kind of reddish browns. So this is what I have so far for the Chart Creation Sisters. Again, like I said, I had to buy more. So that is coming, as well as. Oh no, actually, I have the. I'm just gonna use some 18 count white Ada that I have. I have one of the big tubes, and yeah, I know it's gonna be stiff and crunchy, but um, wow, I don't know if you guys could hear that, but that was a big old clap of thunder. So yeah, welcome to the South in the summer. Nice. Which I love because I'm looking straight out, and it is blue skies, like blue skies with a few clouds. I love the South. It's so weird. But anyway, so yeah, so that's happening, and then the other one I will also put down below. I 100% blame Parkhopper Bart on. Thanks, Bart. Um, Good Morning Maui, who I've already done two patterns for. You guys, I think you guys saw them both. The Welcome Foolish Mortals with the three. And I'll try to put those up too. With Gus, Ezra, and Phineas, the three ghosts from the Haunted Mansion. And then the other one was the hanging portraits from the Haunted Mansion. I know with absolute certainty I definitely showed the hanging portraits one. Those are all Good Morning Maui, and she does have other stuff,